I should do that.
The order, the first item on the agenda is the presentation of the colors by the Gainesville High NJROTC event by the Blue Rock.
Oh, word. Mark. Mark, time. Mark. Okay. Oh. Reset. Colors.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and
Harry. Colors. Ready. Cut. Mark, time. Mark. Forward. Mark. Over. Oh.
Please be seated. Cadets, would please introduce yourself by your name, which grade you're in, and what your plans are for after high school. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Cadet Senior Chief Petty Officer Taylor McFarland. I am in 10th grade, and when I get out of high school, I'd like to become a medical scientist.
Good afternoon. My name is Cadet Lieutenant Commander Adrian Delgado. I am a junior in Gainesville. After high school, I would like to attend UGA.
Good afternoon. My name is Cadet Commander John Paul Perez. I am a senior, and after high school, I would like to enlist.
Good afternoon. I am Cadet Chief Petty Officer Minor Velasquez. I am in 10th grade, and after high school, I would like to become a lawyer.
Let's give these guys a. Now I'm gonna turn it over to Dr. Williams for our recognition portion.
Everybody, welcome to the meeting this evening. We definitely have a lot on the agenda, as you can see. The first thing we got this evening was called the Reach Scholarship Signing Ceremony. We have graduated two classes the last 2 years, where our graduates had the opportunity to pursue post-secondary education with a $10,000 scholarship. It is oftentimes either matched or double matched by the institution in Georgia. So tonight, we get to see the other side of that. And it's when we get to celebrate our current 8th graders, who in just a few short years will be graduating and walking across that stage as well. The only way we're able to do this is because of our board and their support over the last number of years. Also because of the community and the fundraising that happens. Robert Shutesy, with Truist Bank helping out a lot of those efforts from a donation standpoint. And so, if you will, just go ahead and give a round of applause to all those that help sponsor. All right, so students, if you were here, you'll please join me from my right to my left. From Gainesville Middle School East, Raquel Elias. She was not in my correct. Also from Gainesville Middle School East, Osvaldo Luna. From Gainesville Middle School West, Jaden Goldsmith. And also from Gainesville Middle School West, Skylar Thomas. So the parents that are in the room who have some seniors getting recognized tonight, I know it goes from this age to graduation like that. And so tonight, I will give the honor to recognize these individuals. We have a program put together, and I'm going to ask Ms. Connie Sanders, Director of Secondary School and Student Supports, as she leads us through this program. There's a few things in charge that will happen this evening, so if you will just bear with us as we go through those items.
Again, thank you, board, for supporting our Reach Scholar program. We do have 2 scholars from each middle school this year, and we're going to just give a little bit of background about what our Reach Scholar program is. Give the principals the opportunity to introduce the scholars at their school, and then have the official signing ceremony tonight. So for Reach Scholars, it actually stands for Realizing Educational Achievement Can Happen. And for these scholars who are sitting here, it's because someone saw academic promise in them. They will have a mentor and an academic coach that will work with them throughout their high school career, so that they have that support to apply to college, to seek financial assistance, to navigate which school might be the best fit for them. And as a result, they will receive a $10,000 scholarship. They'll be able to apply that in the school in the state of Georgia. Okay. So the Reach goal overall is to provide greater college access for students throughout Georgia and to prepare them for the 21st century workplace. So what these young scholars may do, their paths are different. They each have different ambitions, different interests, and you'll be able to hear a little bit about that tonight. So 3 things to think about with these scholars. We can have an adult, the academic coach. They'll meet with these students 4 times a year. They'll also have a mentor who will meet with them 8 times a year. So they won't do high school alone. In addition to the teachers, the counselors, the coaches, the staff there, they'll also have an academic mentor to work with them and guide them as they decide what those post-secondary options are for them. They'll also go on 2 or more college visits or other leadership opportunities. And in addition, at the end, they will have a $2,000 scholarship that they will be able to apply to a college in Georgia. So, Ms. Freeman, if you'd like to come up and introduce your scholars.
Good evening, thank you, Ms. Sanders. This is Oswaldo Lingo, and his mom and brother and sister are here with us tonight, along with many other in the audience that are supporting. We're gonna skip that for you. Mr. Oswaldo, a quote from Ms. Haynes, his science teacher, says he's a very hard worker. He's determined what it takes to be successful, and he wants to go to the University of Georgia or Georgia Tech. There's no how to influence him to be a mechanical engineer. So Oswaldo has a very bright future ahead of him, and we are very proud of his. So thank you, Oswaldo, and his mom for all you've done for him.
Mr. Mayor, if you'd like to come up and introduce your scholars.
Remember, it's also municipal court.
Well, good evening, everyone. This is an honor. This is why we become educators to celebrate academic achievement of our students. And it is an honor to introduce our two scholars from GMS West, Jamie Goldsmith and Skylar Hopkins. So Mr. Goldsmith, Ms. Harper, this teacher says, Jamie is a hard worker. He goes above and beyond to complete his work and is always willing to help others. What makes you proud, Jamie? Jamie says, getting all A's, getting to be on the principal list. Also, you got to join the National Police Society Club. Great job, son. Great job. Mr. Skylar Hopkins, Mr. Shabbat, see you here. He is the student every teacher dreams of having. He has consistent high quality work, extremely respectful of everyone, and an all-around good person. Skylar, I can't do that. I'm like this. I'm sorry, but this work, I didn't go to time. Go to you. Sorry, I'm sitting you. Skylar, some people like to say UGA or the Georgia Institute of Technology, both great choices. So let's give them both.
So one of the things that happens is a lot of time over these next 4.5 years from the time they graduate. And because of that, we have so many mentors and academic coaches that help these scholars along the way. If you have been or are planning to be a mentor in any capacity with great scholars in the past or with these this year, which stands with you recognition. All right, at this time, I'll ask the parents if they would please come up here and join our scholars. Father, I think we really want to work on young. So the part I'm going to go ahead and apologize for a lot of this too, is I have to read a lot as a part of this commitment to signing. And as a part of this commitment to signing, there are things that we're going to ask you scholars to affirm and say, I will. There are things we're going to ask the parents and guardians to say, I will, as well as the community members and all of us. So let me read through a couple of these things. For each scholar, I want to walk you through the obligation and responsibility for each scholar. The contract you are about to sign, if you would open it up. You can follow along, I believe, on those pieces. The contract you're about to sign requires that you maintain an overall 2.5 post calculated GPA through our high school. Have good attendance, have good behavior, and remain drug and crime free. Meet with your assigned mentor twice a month. Meet with your assigned academic coach at least once each month. Attend reach events, meetings, and programs. Engage in activities, prepare for college. Graduate from high school with a diploma. Enroll and graduate from the Hope eligible college or university in the state of Georgia. All right, Reach Scholar, do not sign anything yet, if you would, please turn back toward me. Before we sign, I need you to say, I will, at this statement. Will you commit to keeping good grades, attendance, and behavior, meeting with your mentor and academic coach, and graduating from high school and college? There you go. All right, parents and guardians, you'll commit to supporting your students as they progress throughout the program. Will you also commit to attending Reach events, meetings, and programs, contacting your students, academic coach, or Reach coordinator if there are issues you believe should be addressed? So for the rest of us, school system and community members, it is incumbent on us to affirm our willingness to support these three scholars in their journey to adulthood. Will you commit to supporting these three scholars with your time, talent, and treasure as they progress through the REACH program in college and the workforce? Let's try that again. Will you commit to supporting these three scholars with your time, talent, and treasure as they progress through the REACH program in the college and the workforce? And all of us said, I will. Amen. It is now time for the students and parents to sign your commitment form. Students, if you will look at the form and see where it has a room for your signature, you'll grab that pen at the top and sign your name. And if you'll sign today's date, which is October the 17th, 2022. Now, if you will, please hand the pen over to the parent or guardian. And if you will, please sign on that bottom line.
Next page.
Or on the next page. Students, and we all hang out for just a moment. Because first of all, we got a few comments. In fact, the family say, Ms. Freeman, board members, Ms. Sanders, Mr. Mayor, y'all will still in here behind the family.
And I just want to recognize Raquel and her sister Martha for being here tonight. Raquel is our other chosen REACH scholar for this evening, and she has great high dreams, and she wants to get into astronomy. So good luck to her. And Ms. Granger, her counselor, and always supporting her. So she is very thoughtful and amazing young lady, and she is. So you know this stuff of all you looking at them. So y'all come on too, because they're looking at those faces. Thank you for coming.
Congratulations. And that concludes the REACH signing portion of the program.
Mr. Mayor, I think we keep the signing. I do. Putting a lot of pressure on me. No, I am.
I'd like to turn it over to our board members. Mr. Sandy Smith, to do special recognition.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to introduce and salute our longtime friend Bill Main. Bill and his wife Kate began their association and support of our school system with their own children involved in clubs, boosters, and PTA sports that advanced because of Bill's broadcast talent. Bill emceed the GHS pageant several years. He and his colleagues from Jacobs Media broadcast many, countless of our athletic contests. And Bill is energized and funny. He's still going strong. Bill, we want you to know that our students and staff get to work and school on Main Street. Just for you. Thank you.
One for home and one for dogs.
There you go, don't be shy. Good?
There you go. Give a loud flash. Right, good reflection.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Nobody says this stuff, please. No, this is not just building a light, you should build these. I'll be under the wrong. Yeah, well, one of the things we get to do is more recognize our students, and by now tonight, we've got a couple celebrations already. But I'll tell you that I know when Ball Day occurred back in May, and we were out of school, a lot of our hearts sank. Anytime we see students being threatened, put in a situation that's not school, we as parents and we as educators, unfortunately, are required to do some things that are not what we're called to do, and it's not what we do in this profession and education for. But I'll tell you, a lot of the conversation this board standing behind me was talking about how we can do a better job of keeping our students safe, while still keeping an environment safe for kids to come to school. School's supposed to be fun. The best experience you have going in, and you get your friends that are often times lifelong friends. But when that gets threatened, many times you run into a situation where you do have to step up and do something different. And through our conversations as a board, with myself and our team, we talked to TJ Parrish, and we said, what are some things we can do creatively that are different? You would hear stories in the school system saying, we need to arm our teachers, we need to arm our administrators. My teachers are here to teach, my administrators are there to run school. What I needed were people who have successful law enforcement experience, who can see things that we typically don't see, who may hear things that they know what that can interpret to mean. And so we embarked on a campaign to really kick off the safety and security management position. What I'd like to do this time is bring up Mr. Bonner Burton, our safety and security manager. Over the last couple of months, Mr. Burton and Ms. Collins, deputy superintendent, went through job applications, went through interviews, 3 different rounds of interviews. One was a typical interview that you would expect. The second was a fitness test, and the third one was a fire test. And so between those 3, we feel like we have a great team. What I'd like to do is call these individuals up by school. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the whole group as a whole so we can recognize them together. At Continual Arts Academy, Mr. Stephen Klein. At Anoda, Todd Easton. Very true, Daniel Mills. At GEA, George Villaverde. Emmanuel, David Patton. In New Holland, Tiff Max. GMS East, Bartley Wilson. GMS West, Adrian Oz. In the Gainesville High School, we'll have 2 on security guard, Mike Ledford and Scott Ware. So let me tell you a little bit about these 11 men. 296 years of experience, 2 major metropolitan agencies served. We have SROs, we have SWAT team members, we have fugitive task force members, as well as dive team, drug unit agents, investigators, patrol officers, jailers, and courthouse security. What amazes me is we all know that education, we oftentimes talk about as a calling to serve in education. We also know that it's a calling to serve any type of public service, especially in law enforcement. Tonight, we get the opportunity to merge those two and really celebrate another step in a lot of these men's lives where they're continuing their call to service in a different way. And it's protecting the 8,000 students, the 1,000 faculty members, and the thousands of community members that come onto our campus every year. If you will, please join me as we celebrate and welcome you.
Turn in. Forward. Board members? No?
All right, board members, y'all want to slide into their group, or y'all are okay?
Come. You know, the bad part is when we do pictures with kids, usually we're taller than them. Y'all, you know, the great part about this is we have a wonderful relationship with Jay Bears and the police department. So this is on top of our SRO. These are on top of our safety and security measures. And, you know, at the end of the day, we hope and pray that we never have to use them in the way that we all think. That would be a worst case scenario. So community, thank you all for supporting us in this endeavor. We're looking forward to it kicking off. At this time, I'd ask Gainesville High School Principal Mr. Green to come take care of our students. Recognition of heroes of our.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's a honor and privilege to conclude this recognition portion of today's board meeting by recognizing student achievement and student and staff and faculty that make it possible. We're going to start by recognizing our AP scholars. Our advanced program, advanced placement program in Gainesville High School is something to be proud of. I would stand it next to any advanced placement program in the state. I'm going to talk more about that later in my school report. If you have nothing to do, please stay behind and we'll go about it. The scholars we have here being recognized today are really the students that have carried our AP program through what I think are probably the most challenging times. They have stayed the course through COVID, through school construction programs, and they've achieved at the highest level. The AP scholars tonight come in 3 categories. The AP scholar, those are students who scored 3 or higher on 3 or more AP exams. AP scholars with honor, those are students who have scored an average of 3.25 across all AP exams, and have scored at least a 3 or higher on 4 of those exams. And then an AP scholar with distinction, those are students who have scored an average of 3.5 with 3 or higher on at least 5 AP exams. Just to help everyone understand what that means, if you score a 3 on an AP test, that means that you have qualified to earn published credit. That means that you are performing at a level of undergraduate students. It's a tremendous achievement. Students that are read your name will come up and we'll formalize here, and we'll make sure that you're recognized appropriately. Mr. Ivo Messiah. And it doesn't matter how you come to say his name and say it a lot, I always mess it up. So I'm going to try one more time. I will thank God. That better? That's better. Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Karen Alvarado, Ms. Carlina Appling, Ms. Caroline Bruner, Ms. Catherine Burns, Mackenzie Butler, Clayton Clark, Sofia Corona, Evan Graham, Harrigan Broom, Carissa Kayak, Hassan Khan, Brent Leach, Olivia Norfolk, Alfonso Ramirez, Elizabeth Ramirez, Caroline Reichman, Jasmine Rodriguez Gomora, Sarah Jones, Alyssa Wu, Judith Paveda, and Una Jenkins.
Y'all will. If y'all get a little bit tighter and turn to the side. Unfortunately.
There you go, turn in.
One, two, three.
If we give them one more round of applause.
Somebody mentioned they have a flag bag, which is a gift from the board, which importantly includes a very nice branded Gainesville journal. If you're so busy and have so many things going on, you have to keep track of it. It's not a lot, limited public funds flag. We can get that from our administrators. We'll get that back to you. We'll run it. Thank you very much. Okay, next we'll recognize our students who have achieved at the highest level in our dual enrollment program. Again, this is a flagship program and something to be proud of here at Gainesville City Schools. Ms. Christy Conti up here, if you could join me please, to recognize the students. Ms. Conti took the position of dual enrollment coordinator at perhaps the most difficult time. The University System of Georgia really had no idea what to do with SAT, ACT scores. It was the height of the COVID pandemic. And she has come into this program in her first year to grow the program for 165 segments dual enrollment to over 350. Very proud of the work that she's done in supporting our students. We're going to recognize students the best of achievement. Their achievement between them, this group of seniors has earned over 254 credit hours. That's 2.5 undergraduate degrees. 1 credit hour for everyone that they may not know equals about 15 to 16 hours of actual instruction. That's almost 4,000 hours of instruction between something to be very proud of. If you're here and I read your name, please come up. I'll read your name and the number of hours credit hours you will earn by the end of the semester. Elizabeth Allen, 20 college hours. Don Buddy, 19 college hours. Savannah Brock, 20 college hours. Ayla Hinosa, 16 college hours. Jay Maldonado, 19 college hours. Caleb Mejia, 23 college hours. Jocelyn Mejia Martinez, 31 college hours. Grace Wynn, 25 college hours. Allison Pineda, 19 credit hours. Hannah Clark, 18 credit hours. Carlos Rivas, 27 credit hours. And Eric Rivera, 17 credit hours.
They thought there would be a lot more.
Yeah, all these schools like this coffee so much, they could write next to them.
Y'all will. Not build.
Six on this side, three on this side. Let's grab a couple of.
They're really good at college.
They're great at math.
Okay, next we move to staff recognition. And we have an award for the Hero of the Herd. And I forget what it stands for. I think it's help everywhere reaching out, but I may need to check that. But more important than what the acronym stands for is what it really means. I believe that recognition of your peers is perhaps the very best way to know that you're doing something right. And that's what the Heroes of the Herd Award is all about. Because the people, your peers, they're not observing you in a official capacity, but what they are doing is they're thinking every day about the impact you make on the environment, the way you affect them and support them, so to be recognized for your peers. That's what we're doing today. We recognize a member of certified staff and classified staff. We're going to start with our classified staff member, Ms. Nidia Arriaga. Ms. Arriaga, would you go ahead? I can tell you she's dying inside right now. She's taking spotlight, so we're just going to drag it out a little bit. Okay, these are some of the things that my colleagues said about them. Ms. Arriaga brings such a welcoming presence for our students and families as they come on campus. She has a genuine love for service, and everyone who comes to know her feels her kindness. She is committed far beyond her job, as she can be seen helping in all departments, as well as cheering our students at school events. She is a red elephant through and through. Mrs. Arriaga is truly a hero of the herd because she is the glue that keeps us all together by helping us be better versions of ourselves. She is organized, helpful, resilient, knowledgeable, and kind, while always maintaining a positive attitude. Ms. Arriaga is a consummate professional who supports her teammates, students, and families in the most supportive way. She continually supports school initiatives and demonstrates a wonderful school spirit. It's truly a pleasure to work with her. Ms. Arriaga is extremely dedicated to Gainesville High School and the students we serve. She works tirelessly to support our staff, our students, and our families. She will go above and beyond for anyone and always likes to stay behind the scenes. I remember last year at Faculty Appreciation Week, she and another member of staff stayed into the office until 2 a.m. personalizing gifts for teachers. She's a selfless leader and a true hero of the herd. Ms. Nikki Arriaga.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, next up for the recognition is a certified staff member, Ms. Clifton Rowland. Ms. Rowland, if you could join me up front, please. Okay, here's some of the things that Ms. Rowland's team has said about her. Ms. Rowland has been an amazing advocate for our English language learners. I've been fortunate to work with Ms. Rowland for the last 4 years in her role as ESOL Department Lead. She teaches and still plans events for our whole school. She's popular with students, families, and colleagues. Students love her because she's kind, loving, fun, and truly cares about them. Ms. Rowland gets to know every student in her class as a whole person. At the same time, she has strong academic expectations and shows her students every day that she believes that they can succeed. I will tell you that I know cases where other teachers have questioned whether the student can. Ms. Rowland has said, absolutely they can, and 4 years later, they're doing something that nobody ever expected them to be able to. She's especially gifted at working with Spanish language learners on the literacy, and I've watched her faithfully work with many children learning English. Ms. Rowland is also a leader among our colleagues. She's always available to discuss ideas about their lessons and share ideas about what she does, even if it necessarily doesn't work, what she can learn from it. Next, Christy is a talented teacher and leader. You can only imagine how difficult it must be for a student new to the United States who speaks no English coming to Gainesville High School. Ms. Rowland is the person that helps them make that transition in the most successful way. She serves with a servant heart our most vulnerable students and ensures their success. She's always willing to share her professional knowledge with her colleagues and has jumped in to help new teachers, veteran teachers, math teachers, science teachers, social studies teachers, and more. She supports the school mission and is a strong advocate for students she serves. In the hall, she is loud. I can attest to that. But it's always positive and uplifting. She gets involved in school spirit day, and is always looking to improve school culture. One day she will make an excellent administrator. And now Ms. Rowland goes the extra mile working to build a family-like environment in our school. She wants both students and colleagues to look forward to their time here. Energetic, vibrant, and full of loud passion. Ms. Rowland catches our attention every day and is always supporting and encouraging us. And then finally, Ms. Rowland is exemplary, caring, cheering for all teachers and students, especially those in the 900 modular. We really appreciated that in her role as the only female teacher in the modular, she organized a potluck to make sure we were there. So, Ms. Rowland, thank you very much for being our video.
All right, there's any course work today?
We celebrated pre-K week again this year. Elementary principals, if you'll stand and take a bow, please. Our elementary principals. Thank you for celebrating pre-K week. Here's some. The fun time, and those are sweet kids to interact with. Thank you for doing that. We look forward to it every week.
Anybody else? All right, everyone, this ends our recognition portion. Before we begin our formal business, this is the perfect time to slip out. If you do, you're welcome to stay.
Comments, like to entertain a motion to adopt the agenda. Motion to adopt and with the addition of executive session for personnel.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to adopt with the addition of executive session for personnel. That's by Mr. Smith, second by Dr. Ramsey. All those in favor? Motion carries. Motion to approve Romans 6 and 8. All right, we have a motion to approve Romans 6 and 8. Do I hear a second? Second by Dr. Ramsey. All those in favor? Motion carries. All right, that would be Mr. Green, back up. To tell us about all the good things that are going on in Gainesville High School.
Well, good evening, and we're gonna focus on a few key elements of the things, because there's so many things going on in Gainesville High School here tonight. We'll focus on that in a few special highlights. Before I start, I want to just wish one of our assistant principals, Mr. Fitzgerald, happy birthday. He came here today, didn't have to, but he should be happy birthday with us. So happy birthday, Mr. Dillon. At Gainesville High School, we strive to meet our mission to inspire their talent all students. One way that we live our mission here is to promote and support students in our post-secondary programs. Early post-secondary opportunities like dual enrollment, advanced placement, and work-based learning provide students a contextual bridge to life after high school. Taking rigorous academic courses like dual enrollment, completing career certificate programs, and taking an internship or apprenticeship are some of the best ways that we believe we can get students ready. Under the leadership of Mr. Schiemann last year and now Ms. Baron Brown, our AP program has grown leaps and bounds. This year, we added AP Music Theory to our already robust course program, bringing our total number of courses offered to our students to 25. There are no other schools near us that have this many opportunities for their students. There's a saying, if you're into it, we have an AP for that. Today, we have 503 students taking at least one AP course. That's about 22% of our student body, so we're very proud of. Under the leadership of Ms. Christie Holloway, we've also seen growth, post-pandemic growth in our dual enrollment program. We're blessed to have partnerships with Georgia Tech, the University of North Georgia, Brunel University, Levin Tech, and Truman. Our students can choose a variety of experiences. They can see what it's like to take college courses with a college professor, but with the safety of the familiar surroundings of Gainesville High School, or they can go to that college. They can see what it's like to go to an engineering school, or a technical school, liberal arts, public school, or private school. Can you imagine being able to try before you buy, before you make the decision to go to college? Our students have that opportunity. This year, we have over 389 dual enrollment segments. That's up from last year to 160. So tremendous growth. Under the leadership of Brett Dillon and Stevie Cornett, our work-based learning program continues to thrive also. We have right now over 240 students working for over 100 different community business partners, gain relevant and authentic real-world experience. This experience has been their career field of interest. For some, it's a way to find out that what you thought you might like is not what it would be. Others, it deepens the passion and the drive to succeed. Over 15% of our placements this year will result in a participating student receiving a credential, a professional credential that shows the career field. We're very proud of the work that's gone into providing all students with these opportunities. The makeup of these programs reflects the diversity of our city and our student body, and a recognition from AD Equity School reflects this. We've also been identified as a leader in achievement for student groups typically marginalized from opportunities like this. One challenge we continue to face, however, is how to provide these opportunities to students coming to us as English language learners. The challenge for them to meet graduation requirements while also developing their mastery of English often comes at the expense of opportunities like this. I look forward to working with the district and school leaders over the next year or so to investigate ways we can better serve students, meet our mission to inspire them and challenge and prepare for this group. So another news. Construction is still going on at Gainesville High School, but we're making progress. We're in the final phase and we're excited to see the new 3-story building coming up. Athletics programs are doing very well. Volleyball will compete on Wednesday in the first round of the state playoffs. Cross country is ranked in the state and will compete for a regional championship on Saturday. And football is 7-0. Competition cheerleading also took first place in their first competition of the year. Our fine arts program continues to demonstrate excellence. Circle October 29th in your calendar for the public performance of our one-act entry, Little Woman. If you haven't done so already, check out our halftime show, Classic Hits from the Big Red Machine. As you may be aware, next week, we will be asking all students in 9th grade to take a new science assessment. U-Science uses artificial intelligence somehow to discover student aptitudes and then helps us connect these aptitudes to career and academic pathways. Our hope is that giving this assessment to all freshmen, spending time with them to understand the results, will help them plan better for the next 3 years of high school. The same day, all sophomores will take a PSAT. This test will allow us to gather baseline data. It will allow us to identify students that have AP potential. A big part of growing that AP program is taking these PSAT results and saying to a student, you may have never thought of taking an honors class or an AP class, but this data right here says you can. So let's figure out a way to do it. And miss out on the ground and helping you do that effort. We also use the data to identify those who might be eligible to compete for national merit scholarships. And we also use the data to help students develop their individual plans for college or career preparation. In order to protect the testing environment and ensure successful administration, we're going to allow juniors and seniors that day to complete their work. Quarter just ended. It's a great time to get caught up and make sure that they're ready for the second part of the first semester. That same week, we will also continue our commitment to providing students, all students the opportunity to take the SAT. We will do that by administering the school day SAT. That concludes my report. I'm really grateful for your ongoing support. I'm really proud of the work that's done by our faculty, by our administrators, and I'm very proud of the achievement of our students, particularly in post-secondary opportunities.
Do we have any questions in this group? Certainly, we did. I have a question. I wanted to know how the transition from the block schedule to the 7 period schedule has gone for both the student and
In general, yeah, thanks to you. I mean, it's slowly been made in adjustment. There are still some unfortunate souls that have first period that may count the second period, the 900 modular third period, the 9th grade center.
that would be my thought. She has 7 buildings and 7 periods.
We figured if we could do it to the superintendent's order, we could do it. But truly, I think it was an adjustment. The rising 9th graders were familiar with the schedule because they were replicated what they had missed. What I think we're starting to get excited about now is the idea of continuity through this semester into next semester. Certainly the prospect of not having to administer EOCs in December, not having to go through another scheduling ordeal in January is something we're really excited about. I think students are finally excited about, now that they've gotten to know their teachers, being able to continue that relationship with the teacher. It's too early to talk about data, but just anecdotally, we're excited about the schedule. We've received a lot of good feedback, from teachers and students regarding shorter class periods. Again, an adjustment to start off with, but now students are feeling that, hey, I get in there, I do my work, I leave, and I focus the whole time. And I think that's one of the things that attracted us to that switch, was the idea that, for an adolescent to spend 90 minutes in the room with one person, that's tough. And so to be in and out in 50 minutes, it's proven to be a kind of popular switch.
I believe Mr. Green's team done a good job in some of the AP classes where you can go up and look at credit, because I know that was some of the concern when we made that switches. How's it going to impact dual enrollment? How's it going to impact AP? And you can tell based on the numbers she shared with you tonight, it's not. Yeah, and it's given us just as many opportunities, not more.
In fact, dual enrollment students are really happy because essentially for the same amount of work, they get more opportunities to earn more dual enrollment credits than they would otherwise. So we've got some students that are really taking advantage of it. And so they should. That's what we want to do. We want to take advantage of the opportunity we present. And those 7 periods, they can actually take a dual enrollment class in one period, spring semester and fall semester can have 2 credits. And so they're able to just kind of almost double the amount of course they're able to take.
My question is about the dual enrollment. You mentioned, I think, 5 different colleges and universities that are students take classes from. Great, but how do those partnerships come to be? Do we seek out the college or university and ask them if they can offer certain classes, or are those sort of predetermined by the state? How does that work?
So it's ultimately an agreement between the 2 organizations. And so we haven't in recent, it's certainly since I've been here, we haven't been out and identified new partnerships, but we renewed our commitment to one another through a memorandum of understanding. Certainly, there's nothing that would limit us to going out and seeking more partnerships and opportunities for our students. And then, again, if there's a particular school or program that the board would think worthwhile for our students, we'd certainly be happy to take that for action and investigate.
In all honesty, geography determines most of it, unless there's an online option. And then we really want to see kids taking classes together so they can rely on each other for studying and timing and homework and things like that.
I know you mentioned Georgia Tech. I was curious, are those typically online classes?
Yes, those are online, but they are, it's synchronous. It's real time with a professor. It's really done, it's kind of a tutoring model. It's really a neat class, and they take courses that I never could imagine.
I believe it's calculus, like differential equations.
Yes, it
Computer
is.
science.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Green.
thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, first action item is the PAC lighting project, revenue now.
I have before you this evening, opportunity for us to, upgrade, replace, PAC lighting, for stage, for, lighting wall, for, theater lighting. This, proposal replaces all fixtures, switches, covers all the installation, but also, gives us a new control panel package up in the booth. We've had Magnum Lighting come and give us prices before. They're the top lighting company that does stage lighting all over the state. And they've come and we've met high school staff
They've drawn us a proposal, met us on the site. We did a walkthrough on what all the lighting package would incur. And so I have before you tonight a proposal for $215,024 for PAC lighting.
Do we have any questions, Mr. Allen? I'd like to add, that this has been on the list of considerations since I was hired with 5 years. So it's been talked about for a number of years. I'm glad to finally see it.
Motion to approve. Motion by Mr. Smith. Second by Dr. Henry. What is the time?
If it's approved tonight, we'll get it back to them, issue them a PO, and they say to us that they will get started ASAP. We hope to have it totally completed by the winter break.
Any other questions? I think Mr. Green said there's only one performance this fall, and that's the, one act play.
No, there's one additional.
This one.
Pardon?
Little short parts.
It's in December.
It's in December, yes.
Right. You've got their schedule, their revised their schedule.
And Mr. Committee has been part of all of this process, as guaranteed that they give us.
And the course schedule.
Anything else, Mr. Smith? All right, all those in favor? Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
All right, so you wrap up.
Our next proposal is to complete some gym flooring project in the alumni gymnasium. This project would replace all of the VCD tile flooring that's in all of the walkways, entryway, girls' locker room, hospitality room, some of the other classrooms, back hallways. This project replaces VCD tile with LVT tile. Got 2 bids, VCO flooring at $98,000 and AAA flooring at $95,136.
And this is the same flooring we have at GEA, or that's correct. It will see being replaced across a lot of our DCT boards.
Motion to approve the low bidder.
I have a motion by Mr. Smith, second by Mr. Mitchell. Any other questions? All those in favor? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Bethel to present the September financial statements.
Good evening, I have some financial statements, give you a overview of general fund position for the district. Our revenues for the month was 3.9 million, our expenditure was 6.6 million, and its expenditure number revenue is now 2.7. Our year-to-date revenues are 11.4 million. With our collections around 40% of our budget, this is how much we were going to raise this slide behind us. Year-to-date expenditures were 20.9 million. And then the expenditures of the revenues were 2,9.5. We are in 3% of expenditures. $1 million, and our fund balance of income was 11.9. Fund balance made last year was 11.9. Slide expenditures, we September is 1,027,000.
Motion to approve. Got a motion by Mr. Smith, that is second. Second by Dr. Hitch. All those in favor? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Pepper. See, Lynn is not here, but sure, you can. Someone should open this Collins commercial, please. I move that we approve the personnel. Second. You got a motion by Mr. Cornwall, second by Mr. Smith, all those in favor? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Collins. All right, I hear, any discussion on it?
Two things, Mr. Chairman, and one, I do, hope that, admin will consider periodic security reports. We're in a public forum, they're for us, they're for colleagues, but more importantly, they're for you to receive periodic security, campus security reports that would be good for the community to know. Secondly, for all principals and administrators, voting is coming up on election day, November the 8th. Please encourage your staff and your colleagues to make a little time to vote early, which is started, or to vote on November the 8th. Very important elections. Please mark that as a priority for principals and administrators. Thank you.
Anybody else? I do hear a motion to adjourn to executive session.
So
A motion by Mr. Smith, I hear a second. Second by Dr. Hensley, all those in favor? Someone did,